Because in the absence of God, a physical God, we make gods and then we tear them down. Stop Being Famous was a joke. Stop Being Famous was something that it shocks your ears because you like, stop, how can you stop being famous? Stop being human. I think that all of us wish to be recognized, even if it's like, you're in your family, you say, I'm the matriarch, I am this, I'm the funny one. So we do kind of want to be famous, but I think that there's something repulsive about it. The confusion comes when people see Beyonce every day, they see her on TV, they hear her songs, and they begin to believe that they are friends with Beyonce. I am from New York originally, Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy. I was back and forth from here in Chicago. I had a family in Chicago. I didn't meet my real mother until I was about 3, 4. So the bond building time, where it's like from 0 until 4, was with my grandmother. I went to the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. I hated it, I didn't like it, and I saw that the art world was so detached from reality, that it was its own little thing, and even on a free day at the Art Institute, the museum, a homeless person couldn't get in. So art is not for homeless people. One of my favorite writers, Charles Bukowski, his poem is called The Genius in the Crowd. I love that poem because it's real. It speaks to the person who is disappointed in the world, the person who is still a child inside, but is forced to hide that child. They're angry because they're disappointed. They thought the world was a certain way, and it turned out to not be that way. Whether it's with my tweets, or painting, hanging out, doing whatever, I try to always put some humor in there and to speak to that child. I can only speak for just a black male raised by a single mother. What that's doing, I think that down the line is going to help. I know that sounds crazy, but you have men thinking like women. There's something to be said if a woman with sense can raise a man. I feel like women and men perpetuate sexism. I haven't cried in almost 20 years. All of that shit beating out of me because that's what men don't do. You don't cry. I do think that one day it's gonna come out. Like, it's all gonna come out and it's gonna be like some type of cosmic explosion. My grandfather, I know about him, my great grandfather. That man died at 52, right? Never cried, never said a word, just got up when the sun came up, went to work, got drunk, fell out, did the same thing over and over. And it killed him. So we're looking at a situation where they say women live longer than men. All of that not crying and stress and bottling up emotions could contribute to the reason for that, while we're sitting around saying that's a weakness. No, a weakness is dying at 56. I reside in Chicago, and I wear what the fuck I want to wear anyway, because nobody pays my bills and they can't tell me shit. But if I want to have a comfortable day without people staring at me like a freak or something, a freak of nature, I try to just wear a shirt and some pants and shoes. So what I'm wearing right now actually kind of fucked me up because I bought this at a place. You could get fatigues anywhere, but I go into Gap and they have the same exact thing. It's like they were on it. A linear thinker, they stay on the topic until the topic is over and then they move to a new one. I'm not that. I'm a bubble thinker. Like, I'll think about something and then a bunch of shit will pop in my head and I'll just follow that and it'll just go like that. But it'll always return back to the original thought. It happens in every artist's life where you start off idealistic and you want things to be this way, where you shouldn't have to deal with shady people who have money, who are heartless, who don't give a fuck, who are always trying to fuck you on a deal and fuck over people and privatize water and copyright the moon and fucking all of this shit. You shouldn't have to deal with them. Because I hate being called conscious. He's a conscious black man. They don't say that about like a Chinese. He's a conscious Chinese man. It's almost like they expect a black dude to be fucking ignorant. Like, conscious. And we say it about ourselves. And I'm not that guy. I'm not conscious. I don't want to be that. I'd rather be pictured with a Uzi, like doing a fucking drive-by than like this guy's conscious and he burns Erykah Badu incense and shit. Like, it's just, it's a trap. So is the thing where it says that you can't make money. You're an artist, but you can't make money. It's something that needs to be looked at. Why we want our so quote unquote revolutionary, the most revolutionary thinkers to fucking die and starve and to suffer. I think that is the cruelest thing, and it comes from the fans. If you love what I do, what I stand for, what I feel in the pit of my stomach, you want me to eat. And you trust that I will never, ever, when you want to call it quote unquote, sell out. Okay? I think that our culture is deeply embedded in messiah complexes, the ingrained, indoctrinated religion that is like that you'll always have a savior and everything will be okay if you just look outside of yourself and to some bigger being, which is the celebrity, the politician, the pope, you know, instead of looking at yourself and saying that maybe I am that change. On a small level, maybe I am that. I kind of have an understanding of what people think of me. They think that I'm anti, and I am. I think that there's always something to fight against. There's always a fight, and there's a good fight. I think you should die literally fighting something.